Hello everybody, Trekkie here with another episode of Trekkie Plays Minecraft, Episode 17. Today, we are finally going to do something about this troublesome tower. I probably should have slept before I started the episode, but whatever. Um, it's been a nuisance for a while. I mean, it serves its purpose, but it's kind of ugly to look at. It's just a spawn room with a drop. Like I said, it kind of looks like a squid with tentacles. So we're going to do something about that. Now, the tower will remain. This is a permanent structure. This is not going anywhere. These buildings will eventually be taken out, as well as my temporary workshop over there, as we build our big city. But yeah, this is definitely going to stay, so I would like to create something more permanent. And also, it's a good way to... Oh, it looks like there's two of that lady now. She keeps multiplying into two. Allison the guard and Holly the guard. Oh, Holly was here since the beginning. Now that there's a Lola the guard too. Oh, no, Lola was here since the beginning. Yeah, because Lola had the helmet. Wow. This city's just ripe with female guards. Who doesn't want live in a city protected by female guards? I mean, come on now. The ladies. Up. This dude, he's the luckiest guard in the world. He gets to share the barracks. You know, that gives me an idea in the future. We're going to have to make a guard barracks. But anyways, let's get on this. Let me sleep first. Let's sleep and get this into day. Yeah, as you may have noticed, my golems here are gone. Yeah, they got killed. As I was mentioning last episode, mobs won't typically... Is there something in my base? I hear a zombie. Is he on the roof? Oh, he's in my doorway. He stole my door. That was just rude. And then he just stands there. Caught red-handed. Anyways, as I was saying last episode, golems don't count as valid enemies for, like, monsters until they become aggressive to you. And I guess the golems count as a pet, sort of like wolves. Like, monsters won't attack wolves until they're actively engaging you. So, same deal, just with them. Okay, now that it's day, we could go begin our construction. I have something in mind that I'd like to try out. We'll see how it turns out. I would like to try to use the millionaire mod blocks, specifically the timber frames. They make a very good medieval looking block. So we'll see. Let's see. Look into our box of tricks. Yeah, these were our timber frames I'm talking about. They kind of have like little lines through them. Little brown lines are kind of like little supports. So we're gonna see what we could do. Let's get a few of these. Let's get a couple of those, a couple of them, a few hundred of those. They're actually decently expensive. I've had to done a ton of trading with that Japanese village to get them. Let's get some wood because it's wood. Gonna need some slabs. I forgot to bring dirt for pillaring. What foolishness is this? I'll just use cobble. Don't need this zombie flesh. Oh, and I found my fortune pick. I had put it in the chest before I had begun construction of the mob farm. That's good because it probably would have vanished in the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, bit of thinking ahead for me. It actually worked for once. Some glass panes. Let's just take a bunch of everything just in case. Less reasons to have to come down. And of course, in this case, we're gonna work our way down from the ground. I mean, from the top down. So let's go ahead and get up there. Bit troublesome, this deal with the guards always being in the way. Maybe I should have picked a better position to pillar up to. Alright. Alright, let's see what we could do. Let's put another block here. Slab underneath. let's just make it a couple just for flavor's sake. We won't know until the end. We could always adjust later. Like I said, you could always adjust afterwards. Just I guess what we're standing on doesn't matter so much. This is why creative is so much nicer. Or at least the ability to fly. There is actually a fly spell. I don't think... Oh, that's where the water is, huh? Well, while we're at it, let's create this. I did go down one more. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you gotta make adjustments on the fly. That's a big part of building, and building correctly. And one person had commented in the last video, like, you know, am I big into house design? Well, I do like designing. I mean, I like building things, but I'm not like a house designer in real life or anything like that. In Minecraft, you know, it's basically just trial and error. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. You can never really be sure until you try. I've been playing Minecraft for quite a while, not as long as a lot of people. I don't even know the version number. I just know it was before ravines, before mine shafts, before villages, before all that stuff. Before even stone brick. So, yeah, it's been a while. And like I said, the thing with designing houses in Minecraft, it's really just trial and error. Alright. This one is just not out enough. So let's get that taken care of. Okay. Now we just need to take all this stuff I just put out. Now, this is why dirt would have been more useful, because I have a shovel and it would just tore that stuff up. Oh crap, I'm going down. I guess we're going down. We're going down from there. Oh, you must be new around here. No, I've been around here quite a bit, but thanks for noticing. Okay. One of these skeletons. There's always a live skeleton. How do they survive? It just defeats me how they're able to survive. Am I even in the right spot? Okay. Alright. I'll take down the scaffolding later. Okay. On the outside, on all the corners, just kind of like these pillars here, on the inside, right under the stone, I want to put... Oh, for Christ's sake, why does it do that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want to go. That's like what I want to go down for this bit. And as I've mentioned in the past, I like natural colors, like woods and such. I don't know, just I'm a fan of nature in general, I guess. Even though I don't like to go outside. I know I make a lot of sense, but whatever. Oh, come on. When did it start doing that? That is the most annoying thing. I have to go up 2 because this thing is so picky. Even though I'm clearly within range to do it. So in most of my builds, you're going to see wood logs. That's just my thing. I think they look great. They add a bit of natural feel. They kind of make it blend in more with the natural world. You know, as natural as it is, being a world made of blocks. I also like using a lot of leaves, flowing water, or flowing lava, as it were, depending on my particular needs at that very moment. I am a design-heavy person. Some people like a more simplistic approach. I actually prefer more complicated things. So on each side of these, we're going to put a lined timber frame. And of course, this thing's got to be as much of a pain as it could possibly stand to be. Where's my... Like I said, these. And all between is going to be the uh, the cross timber frames. This will also help keep that water from dripping down. Now the inside here is not going to matter so much. We're really just creating a shell for the building. We'll worry about the inside later. Take it one step at a time. It's a very slow process. My scaffolding is really not up to par. I've never been good at making a logical scaffolding. And same here. Oh, if it's gonna be a little bitch, yes it is. Okay, I don't need you. 1, 2, because it needs that, because it's just uncooperative in every single way. Oh, for God's sakes. I guess it's axe that does that. Okay, can we work? I don't know when this thing started happening where you go to place blocks and just keep disappearing. That is the most annoying thing. I hope they fix that. Because now you have to be like right up the block's ass to place stuff. I mean, it really just complicates the matter, especially when you're already having to build up to do stuff, so it's just annoying in every way possible. I don't know if y'all have this problem. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a modded thing. I don't know. I just find it obscenely annoying. Okay, I'm going to get down. I mean, I'm not going to get down. I'm going to finish all the sides, and I'll be back. And we're back. And I've removed all the scaffolding. I've always liked the look of the timber frames. It's one of my favorite blocks that come from the Millionaire mod. You can buy them from most villages, Japanese, Norman. I'm not sure about the other ones. I've not really interacted with them too much because typically I don't find them very often. It's usually Norman or Japanese. Hindi at times as well. I also like the dirt walls that you can place in the ground, but let's keep going. Let's keep going. So, and it doesn't look like much. We'll add to it, don't worry. Next, I'm gonna need more oak. I also bought, like I said, dirt for our pillaring needs. So this next layer is gonna go out one. So I'm gonna make sure I start out one as well. One even for that. One more. That ought to do it. And we could just place in the center. Actually, that's not a smart way of doing it. Place it up here. There's actually two kind of timber frames. There's the one with the cross, which is cross timber frame. There's one with the lines. It allows a little bit of variance, a little bit of design ease. What we're going to do here, since I don't need the timber frames anymore right this second. Now I don't need these. We'll take these and we're going to go down 7. First we did 6, now we're going to do 7. I probably shouldn't have went down so far. Oh, that's so annoying. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more. 1, 2. Alright. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I think I'm forgetting something. I had an idea in mind. I just can't remember what it is. I'll be back when I remember. I remember what I wanted to do. And I went ahead and finished putting these wood pillars on the outside just to save some time. It's funny because it could be difficult to really focus on what you're building and yap at the same time. But I remember what I wanted to do, so not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. Okay, let's let nothing go where I want it to go. Alright, don't play this game with me. These straight frames are going to come down. Such as loss on all sides. And they're going to come down even. I'll get the wood on top of that. Don't worry, we'll get it all, one step at a time. Now what these timber frames allow us to do is create a very distinct look, even from a distance, from the darker oak wooden logs. It's a good thing to keep your buildings distinct. This way, even at a range when you may not be able to see the details on them, you could still see color differences a lot easier. And from a distance, it helps your buildings retain that feel. You know, give some variety to the visuals, even if you can't see all the finer points. And there's more living skeleton. It's a 24-foot drop. They should not be able. A 24 block drop. They should not be surviving. The fact that they are surviving, it totally escapes me. Let's get more. I guess I'm going to need more cross timber frames. I thought I would actually be running low on the straight timber frames. I completely calculated wrongly. Okay, and let's just go ahead and start finishing the whole side around. I love these things. They can be, like I said, they can be pretty expensive though, so can't use them in moderation. And since these towers are going to be actually in the city itself, it's good to have a distinct difference between different kinds of buildings. Like say the farming house is made mostly of wood, and that's going to be in the outskirts, whereas the city is going to have its own kind of look, maybe a lot of these timber frames, other kind of colors. White is often seen as kind of a color of prestige, like purple. So, you know, obviously I want my city to feel rich. Well, maybe not rich per se, just a little bit more well off than our outskirt farmers, which already have a pretty nice house. So we're going to have to do something. It's one of the main reasons people use like white lights on Christmas. I've always hated white lights. I know white lights also signify snow or icicles, but it's just like a sort of prestige as well. It's like, oh, I'm rich. It's a complicated thing. I don't even know all of it. Begin to pretend I know all of it. I guess I should just go ahead and get this dirt while I'm here. I can't reach that one. Oh well, not a big deal. I guess these things kind of give the sense of the cultured part of town. We got fancy blocks. So these are the cultured people. These are the in-town livers. Of course, this is a spawn tower, and nobody will be living in it. But I think you get the gist. As you can see, instead of linking that, I'm leaving this bit open. Is to give some visual differentiation instead of just having a completely square between, you know, levels of the building. It makes it a little bit more visually distinct, and that's also a good thing. Varying it up. If your building is too uniform throughout, it kind of becomes stale, I guess you could say. I mean, I eventually have to go up there anyway, so it doesn't matter. It seems like it's nighttime all the time. Oh, that's not even the right building block at all. Okay, so we've placed all our timber frames on the corners, our wooden support beams on the outside, in the center. Now we have these little bit of spaces in between. And that's easily rectified. We are going to use cobble. And you may be thinking, why cobble? Well, we've already used cobble for the roof. And it's kind of hard to see from here. There's actually cobble in the roof and cobble on the sides of the buildings here. And cobble is not as bad a... Well, I'm getting a little bit of frame rate bit there. Cobble's not really a bad looking resource if used right and in moderation. You know, building a whole building out of cobble is always a bad idea. But it does have that... Cobble is kind of synonymous with, you know, medieval ages, fantasy and whatnot. Cobbled stone. So, okay, we won't need the timber frames anymore. Well, at least not for this part of the build. Once again, we're not worried about filling in the inside. And you may say, well, that's just kind of an abrupt change. Don't worry, I got it covered. Like I say, just start basic. Don't worry about... Ugh, can't place blocks with junk. Just start with the basics, get the building done, and you can add all kind of flourishes and fancy stuff later. So, actually I'm going down. Apparently. Trekkie, you need to learn to walk on your own supports. That's why it's nice to have dirt. I can handle it really quickly. As I say, I'm just going to go over here. Just do this. You know, when designing a building, it's important to take into note what the building's purposes will be. Are you going to be inside it a lot? If you're going to be inside a building, of course the inside is going to be a lot more important. Which this building I will be inside of, so I will be decorating the inside a lot more. As opposed to our farmhouse, we're not really going to be in there that much. So really designing it on the inside is not as important. It also saves for poly count, or polygon count. You know, don't have to make things any more complicated than they need to be, because when you have a whole city worth of buildings, it's going to get a bit laggy. So you gotta take that kind of stuff into account. But right now we're worrying about the outside, and I will finish all the other sides with this cobble, and then we'll get started on the next layer. I'll be right back. Alright, and we have finished that layer. As you can see, the cobble adds a nice variance to the structure, and it also keeps in the theme with the roof and the actual spawn room itself. I know it's kind of an abrupt change from the top layer to this next layer, but it'll be taken care of. All in good time, my peoples. All in good time. But it's already starting to look pretty nice, I think. Very distinct building. And there's always a skeleton. I know I've complained a lot about this this episode, but I'm not sure how they're surviving it. Die! It's 24 blocks. You should be dead. I don't know how you're surviving. It doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Really? Golem sorting out all my stuff. He's been sorting pretty good. I added extra levels, but look at all this. Look at all that. Get it by the bucketloads. Okay, this next layer is going to be a tad bit more difficult to do, but we will do our best for what I have in mind, at least. Okay, let's pick one of these blocks and go. What I had in mind is simply this. Oh, come on, don't be like that. These blocks underneath aren't going to stay like that. I'm just quickly quickly placing for the sake of saving time. After all, you could always go back and cut them out. Not a big deal. Alright. I feel like something is amiss here. Something is most definitely... Yeah, that's right, because this is supposed to go down one. And then this. Yeah, because it's supposed to be... I still feel like that's wrong, but... that'll have to do. Okay. So many different things to place. So little hotbar space. And there's actually one more over here. Okay. Yeah, because they're all supposed to go 3. So actually, this is just 1 too high. Figuring out where to stand is half the time as much struggle as actually building. Yeah, because this goes down 2. And if it sounds like I may already know what I want to do here, is because I've actually fooled around with block placement a little bit, so I kind of had pretty much in mind already what I wanted to do. Yeah, that'll do. Ahead of time. I don't always pre-design. Most of the time I don't. I prefer not to. I like to build as I go, but sometimes you just gotta do what you do. Alright, which one of these actually goes to the ground? Okay. Okay. Oh, so I could actually reach from here. Okay. And it's not going to be like that. Okay, now what we need to do is we place logs on these. Logs on these. Oh, for the love of... Look, you motherfucker. Die. God damn. I mean, seriously. Shit. How did I get an arrow in the back of the head when he shot me from the front? These skeletons are experts. They can shoot you from the back when they're really hitching you. Yeah. Okay. Cross timber flames. I can't even talk now. I'm aggravated. Okay. Cross timber frame. Here. Alright. And here. Right here will be our doorway in this 2x2 area. And we're going to have doorways on each side. You may be wondering how we're going to keep the guards from just walking in the door and then start aggroing all the skeletons. Well, I have a plan for that. Just we'll deal with that in a moment. One step at a time, please. One step at a time. And lined timber frames on the outsides. Alright, let's get up here. It's a pain to do. So 1, 2, 3. And this will be going all the way to the ground. Hashinohi have started to plan a raid on St. Denis Laotian. Laotian, I know that's probably not proper. I don't speak French. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that's French in origin, although I can't be certain. Forgive me, I'm uncultured. Okay. And it'll circle around. It'll circle around to the various sides, but it's nighttime already. I mean, okay, we're not going to keep these two here. What we're going to do above the doors is just a simple effect. Give it some variance, and then we'll have our doors. So I'll finish all sides. Hopefully this building isn't in the way. I'll destroy the building. We'll go sleep. I'll finish all 4 sides, and then we'll worry about adding some design and decor and just rounding out the whole package. So I'll see you then. And we're back, and I have finished all 4 sides, as you can see. It adds kind of a nice bottom layer, wide and thick to support the tower. Makes sense. Little bit of things we need to do, but most of what we have left to do is we got to round these around so we can add walls on the sides, and we need to think of a simple yet amusing division for these 2 layers, because they just kind of abruptly go from one to the next. And most of it's going to be done with slabs, which I already have on my person, but we're going to definitely need more than 17. So let's get some more. There we go. That should be enough. That should be enough. What the? Oh, come on. The most annoying things. I hate flying enemies, really. Alright, let's get up and do the top one first. And if that whisk comes and knocks me off, I'm going to be 10 kinds of angry. Because there's multiple kinds of angry. There's not just simple angry. No, there's multiple kinds. Especially in Trekkie's book. Trekkie doesn't get just one kind of angry. Trekkie rages in 10 kinds of ways. Alright. We're going to put stairs above these. Simple. And then we're just kind of going to segue our way down around here. 3 in the middle. One there. There we go. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Simple and effective. Sometimes the solution is not always a difficult one. I think that'll do just fine. And then again the same on this side. And we just keep working our way around the tower. Told you I'd get those dirt blocks, but you didn't believe me. You didn't want to believe me. Like, Trekkie, you're never gonna get them You're never gonna get them dirt blocks. Well, I did. So there. Not believing in me. Not believing in poor old Trekkie. Very simple. And it kind of adds an oaken plank kind of look in the middle of the tower, because we have oak planks here, oak planks down there. Kind of gives us something in the middle to kind of keep the flow. Bottom of the stair. Simple. I love it. These down here were a pain, but this is simple. I like it. I like simple sometimes. Especially at the very latter parts of a complicated build or a long build. This isn't exactly complicated. It just takes a while to do. Spent an entire episode on it. A decent length episode, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's get this sucker done. Right. Did I just run out of dirt? That's fine, that's fine. Always got a backup. Even a cobble is less... just a little bit less efficient. And more of this. Oh, sound lag. And Trekkie totally missed. Totally missed my platform as usual, because I just can't seem to deal with platforms. But that's okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. And we're back up. had done as that anyway. So that's that. Differentiates the layers pretty well. Got the top bit here and top bit. There's one more thing I want to do while I'm up here. And the whole reason I brought glass planes. Glass planes. Okay, if I need to fly, you gotta have glass planes. Okay, let's just throw some planes in here. Some planes. I think that's what they should be forever called now. Planes. Trekkie and his glass planes. We're just gonna use this convenience that I've created for myself. And this is really for nothing other than design. No real functionality really for it. Just gives us something to look at. Listen to all that clicking. Damn you, clicking, damn you! No. We wait. These power tools are so nice. Especially when you got really good efficiency on the shovel, you just tear through this dirt. That's what makes a good scaffolding. You can just take it apart in just a second. Okay, I did come up on the very end. Okay. Don't fall off, Trekkie. Come on. Learn to keep your footing. Ugh. Going away from a bit of sound always seems to cause a bit of lag. John doesn't have a home point set. He did. He certainly did. Okay. As you can see, that adds like a nice central point to the tower. Breaks up the two layers. This is kind of part of that bit a little bit. Kind of gives that impression. Maybe I could put a light on the other side of the wall hidden somewhere. Because we're going to close it off from the top of the tower, so we're not going to really see on the inside of this whole area. So maybe some light could shine out of there just to give impression that somebody lives here or something's going on inside. So I will go sleep and we'll begin on the next part of our tower tour. Alright, time to work on the next bit. As you can see, it's looking quite nicely. And it's definitely a lot better than before. I mean, I'm loving it. It looks so nice. It covers up the whole spawn system. Who says you can't build a nice, attractive spawn system? And so most of the end of the bit is going to be cobble to keep up our theme. A little bit of cobble there, cobble there. We need to have some cobble on the bottom to finish the set, to finish the bit. And I didn't cut these under bit parts from another. That's not important right now. So we got that bit. Now we just need to connect this bit, and we're just going to do the same thing we did before with these planks, slabs, I guess I should say. Let's get up here. This will give me an excellent opportunity to get rid of these. Excellent opportunity while I'm in the neighborhood. Because Trekkie likes to be efficient. Okay, so we go top of the stairs, top of the stairs. That doesn't leave me a bit to actually get to the... Actually, I guess an easier way would have been done with dirt. We'll keep that in mind for the future. Okay. That bit. Bottom of the stairs, bottom of the stairs. One down, one down. Middle. Bottom of the stairs, bottom of the stairs, and this isn't going to end up circular. What can we do? What can we do? Actually, it would have been smarter to do this. But let's see, then it's going to do the whole thing, so... Why can't anything ever work with me? Something is just not This should probably be whole, and that, and then down here, then this. Then I guess this will have to be like that, yeah. No. Top of the line, then down, down, down. Top of the line, top of the line, top of the line. And then down, 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 down. Now does this count as a block? No, it's gotta be down even more. Let's see. Let's see what we can see. Let's do these. Let's step back a minute. Let's just step back and see what we have, what we're working with so far. Don't like that big block in the center there, but overall it's not horrible. Get on top of this house. Yeah, that big central block really sticks out. What I can do is stick out some more, and then down, 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 down. That's possibility. Oh, I'm getting some terrible lag. There we go. That's a lot better. That bothered me. Oh. Looks like all the guards have finally gone away. That's good. That's good. Yes, and because that one sticks up. So no, that's not what happened. I don't really remember what I did over here. This creates a problem for me. So let's see, and I can't get up here. Oh, really? That's when a good shovel really creates a down. Is really a downer. Okay, so it's just a single block over here, but should be sticking out one. So block. Yeah, that's it. That is it. Now we just gotta bring it down in a way that makes sense. Let's use another. Okay, this sucker isn't gonna work well for us. Not there, you goddamn block here. Okay, I need these guards. They just don't. They're obsessive. They really are. They're just completely and utterly obsessive with the skeletons. Alright, let's do this. Alright. You may say, well, that bit sticks out, but it could be used for design purposes in the future, worry about that. So I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around, and we'll be back. And I'm back. I adjusted it a bit. I wasn't completely happy with how it was sticking out. But, you know, such is life. Oh, he died. That's a shame. Let's get this mana creeper. So he don't sneak up on me. The guards are still obsessed with it, even though it's completely enclosed. These bits with the cobble right here, that's where the doors are going to be. I'm just trying to keep them out because they're a pain. I actually ended up having to kill one of the guards simply because she would not get out of the damn building. I tried my best to push her out, block her off. It was just not going to happen. So, and even if you try to lead them away, they're set to, you know, fight mobs, you know, around you. So they're just going to stay there anyway. I'll probably end up giving this end bit a bit of an overhang, so it's not completely flat. But I'm not sure about that yet. As for now, this is as complete as it's going to get this episode. There's a whole bunch of stuff we could. Well, there's a few things we could do on the inside, a few things on the outside to make it more appealing. But for now, I think it's set. I think it looks pretty dang cool. For not bad for spawning, just basically a spawner system with a drop. A hell of a lot more appealing than it was, that's for sure. And we'll add some decor around the outside of it. It's hard to say what decor will stay when we're working on our city, but for now, we'll add something. And yes, the chests are still there. I left a little one block hole in the wall so the golem could actually get out and keep sorting for me. But see, there you go. We've used, I think, 5. Well, let's see. Cobble, oak, wood, and glass. That's 4 separate kinds of block. About 6 if you count the stairs and the slabs. So 6 different blocks. Looks very uniform throughout. It flows nicely. Still a few things we need to do to complete the project, but for now, that's what's going to have to be. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Take care of yourselves.